have not made a video in a very long time because I am busy being a mom. So, I just decided there's been things I wanted to kind of talk about, but I just haven't had the time because I am just busy. So I decided today I'm just going to just make the time. And there are several things that have just transpired. It's just more so just everyday mom stuff. Me okay, so I've spoken to a lot of friends about this just now, like in the last couple of months, and none of my friends really told me that after you have a baby your hair falls out. Not all of my hair, it was just my edges. They're still kind of working on, they're growing back. Um, and I remember having this conversation with a friend at my baby shower, and I was like, I heard that your hair falls out, and they're like, whatever. Like, that's the reaction I got. They're just like, that's not gonna happen, whatever. And it did. Right around month number 3, I want to say. I got my hair cut, and then I just noticed, I was like, why is my hairline looking extra thin? That was really the only area I noticed where it was actually like balding, but there was like when I think about it, there was like shedding. My hair is still thick all around. It's just I just noticed it more so around the edges, and it's very like jarring because you're just like, I was not expecting that. Like, I noticed that damn near none of my hair fell out when I was pregnant, and then right around month 3 it just was not good. So, but it's growing back and it's fine, and I know that they said that's normal. So I just wish that people would be more open about the, I guess, not so glamorous side of pregnancy and post-pregnancy. I was actually telling a friend, in addition to your hair falling out, that one of the things, no one told me this, after, no, maybe like the last trimester, the last couple of weeks of your pregnancy, the doctors like to do this thing they call stripping your membrane. And if you've never had it done, they take their fingers and they essentially stretch out your cervix, and it is uncomfortable. I had it done in the doctor's office, and I had it actually done when I was in pre-labor because they were trying to, the thought process behind it is that they stretch out your cervix to release prostaglandins, and that's supposed to like soften and like dilate your cervix. It like when it was in the doctor's office, it was uncomfortable. When they did it when I was being admitted, it was painful. It made me cry. So again, that was like, no one gave me the heads up on that. And I actually was talking to my mom, and she's like, oh yeah, they do that. And I was like, why wouldn't you like tell me that? So there's just many surprises that I have found out about pregnancy and post-pregnancy that are very fascinating. So I am trying to think of, there's other things I just want to mention about being a new mom. I'm getting used to it. She's 5.5 months old now. She's doing great. She's not sleeping through the night yet, which I'm a little jealous of, because it's completely unfair to compare babies, because you just can't do it. But there's some people who are like, oh, my 2-month-old is sleeping through the night. And I'm like, huh? She gets up like every 3.5, 4 hours. I think she's starting to teeth, and her teeth are, bothering her. So she's kind of waking up more frequently. And it's something that you get used to, but it's still exhausting. So hopefully maybe in the next couple of months, I'm not at my wit's end. It is tiring, but you kind of get used to it. So I just hope she starts to sleep through the night. One last thing. She's 5.5 months old. We're starting her. I'm looking this way because she's actually over here listening to me, being quiet for once. So we're starting her on rice cereal, which she absolutely does not like, but she tolerates it. And so maybe she does like bananas. And then hopefully I'm going to try to introduce her to avocado here shortly. One of the things that's kind of sad, and it's not anything that I could really do anything about, is it's hard to breastfeed her now, because one, she bites and it hurts, and even though I've tried to remove my, kind of reset and remove my her mouth from my nipple, she just does it and just kind of makes it impossible. So I'm sad. I think I'm gonna throw in the towel with breastfeeding. I do enjoy it, but she's not. We've kind of just naturally transitioned from breast milk to formula, and she's doing fine on the formula. I had a lot of concerns initially when I started it, and she's doing beautifully on it. I couldn't ask for it. It did give my body a break. It just sucks because I just don't think that, like, my demand, my breast milk was able to keep up. And even though they're like, they recommend that you feed as frequently and feed as frequently as possible, or feed her or breastfeed her every time, and then like pump in between. That shit is hell on your nipples. Like, I want to be that rock star who produces the milk, but I just found it like my nipples were getting raw. So it is what it is. I mean, I am very curious as to how some people breastfeed for over a year, at least at the 6 month mark. I would have liked to at least made it to 6 months, but we're gonna hopefully be transitioning her to solids soon, soft solids. I don't know what you call it. I mean, she's eating rice cereal now. She's doing fine on it. She doesn't like it, so hopefully we can introduce her to other things. But I don't know. Like, I just would be, if anyone is even watching this, I would be interested to hear about, how you felt about not being able to breastfeed anymore. I do enjoy it because I like the closeness of it, and I know that she's getting my immune system. So, or she's getting, I guess that's the right word. Not my immune system, but she's getting antibodies and stuff from me, so that always brings me comfort. But it's just, unfortunately, I just think it's our time to move on. And again, she's getting fit, and that's another thing. I'm sorry, I'm rambling, but with you have to. I found that you have to breastfeed her more frequently because my supply was not meeting her demand, and I feel like with formula, it's easier to meet her demand. You could just make it, versus she was just. I think for me, like, she became frustrated with breastfeeding because she's like trying to get more, and it just was like not happening. So anyways, that's those are my thoughts. She's sitting next to me and being quiet. I'm so thankful for that. I'm deciding whether or not I actually want to like reveal her to the internet, which is funny because she's all over my Instagram, but that's neither here nor there. So okay, thanks, bye.